Arman learned the meaning of silence early in life. Not the peaceful kind, but the heavy silence that fills a room when dreams have nowhere to go. He grew up in a small town where people measured success by survival, not by ambition. Every morning looked the same: dusty roads, tired faces, and conversations that always ended with the same sentence: "This is life. Just accept it." But Arman never fully accepted it. His father worked long hours as a mechanic, his hands always stained with oil, his eyes always tired. His mother stitched clothes late into the night, her back bent not just by work, but by worry. They loved Arman deeply, but love alone couldn't protect him from the reality they lived in. Money was scarce, and opportunities were even scarcer. At school, Arman always sat on the last bench. Not because he was weak, but because he just didn't feel seen. Teachers taught to finish the syllabus, not to inspire. His classmates talked about quick money, shortcuts, and leaving school early to do something practical. Dreams, especially big ones, were often laughed at. Arman had a dream, but he kept it quiet. He wanted to build something meaningful. Something that would prove that where you start doesn't have to decide where you end. One evening, while helping his father close up the shop, Arman asked softly, "Abu, do you ever regret not trying something bigger?" His father paused. The tools in his hands suddenly felt heavier. "Regret?" he repeated. "No, but sometimes I wonder, what if I had believed in myself a little more?" That one sentence stayed with Arman longer than any lesson he ever learned in school. Life tested Arman early. After finishing high school, he failed the entrance exam he had prepared for all year. The result completely crushed him. His friends moved on. Some left town, others found work. Arman stayed behind with nothing but a heavy feeling of disappointment. Relatives began offering advice that was really just disguised as judgment. Maybe studies are not for him. He should just learn a trade. Dreams don't feed families. Arman would smile politely, but inside, something burned. It wasn't anger, it was determination. He took a small job at a local printing shop. The pay was low, and the hours were long. He cleaned machines, delivered papers, and most importantly, he listened. He listened to the customers, their stories, their businesses, and their struggles. While others around him complained, Arman observed. At night, when the whole town slept, Arman studied. He watched free lectures online, read borrowed books, and practiced new skills on an old, slow computer. Many nights, he would fall asleep with his head right on the keyboard. Progress was slow, painfully slow. There were days he wanted to quit. Days when exhaustion whispered, "You're just wasting your time." Days when failure felt permanent. But every single morning, he showed up again. One day, the owner of the printing shop noticed something. Arman wasn't just working, he was thinking. He started suggesting better layouts, faster workflows, and small changes that saved the shop time and money. At first, the owner ignored him. But then, one of Arman's suggestions actually increased profits. "Where did you learn all this?" the owner asked, surprised. Arman just shrugged. "I learn whenever I can." That day, Arman was given more responsibility. It wasn't a promotion in the traditional sense, it was recognition. And recognition changes something deep inside a person. His confidence began to grow quietly. Years passed. Arman saved every single coin he could. While others spent money to escape their stress, Arman invested in his own growth. He failed many times projects that didn't work out, ideas that went nowhere, partnerships that broke apart. Each failure hurt, but each one taught him something new and valuable. People still doubted him. "You're moving too slow. You think too much. You should just settle down." But Arman had learned a powerful truth. Most people quit not because they fail, but because progress is invisible for far too long. So he kept going. The turning point came unexpectedly. A local business owner needed help digitizing his work, his designs, his records, his entire system. Other people charged too much or just didn't have the patience. Arman listened carefully, understood the real problem, and offered a simple, effective solution. It worked. That business owner told another, and then another. Slowly but surely, Arman built a small team. It was nothing fancy. Just honest work, clear values, and a relentless commitment to learning. Mistakes still happened. Stress still visited. Fear still knocked on his door. He had proven to himself that the silence of his small town wasn't a dead end. It was just a starting point. His story is a powerful reminder that our beginnings don't define our endings. The belief we have in ourselves, nurtured by quiet, consistent effort, is the force that can rewrite our entire future. If you feel like you're in a place where no one sees your potential, remember Arman. Keep learning, keep trying, and keep believing. The world might not see your progress today, but one day it will see the results. Thank you for watching. If this story resonated with you, please like and subscribe for more content that inspires you to keep building your dream.